Gretchin. So in the last video, I painted Warboss Green as a layer on top of all these little Gretchins. So now, here's what we have. We have some guys look like this. So you can see there's Warboss Green over all of the non-recessed areas. And there's, I'm already forgetting, a Bioltan Green, I believe, and it's part of a wash. And so now, all these guys are done. So I only did like one or two on camera. All of them are done now, though. So I'm going to go ahead and do, I'll start this guy. I'm going to go ahead and do a highlight this time. Let me close this. Of Skarsnik green, and I'm just going to put it on the edges. So I already shook this up a little bit. I'll give it a quick shake. This is my small layer brush. Come on, paint. Okay, so here's my little dude. There we go, it's focusing. So I'm going to paint it on all the super raised areas. So that's the very tip of the nose, his cheekbones. Oh boy, that's a little bit too much paint. All right, let's try the other cheekbone. It's a little hard with his eye patch in the way. All right, let's get the tops of the ears. I could go for this snarling lip thing. And I actually will go for his lower lip. There we go. So, you can see some nice highlights there. I like that. Now I want to get, I don't need to put too much on his face. Let me just touch this up a little bit. So I just want to get some of his muscles. Water this paint down a little bit. Okay, so let's see if I can get some of these muscles. So I kind of want to get the muscles close to where they connect the dark green. So basically on the edges. So there's one on the bottom edge. Oh, I like that. Let's do some on the top edge. Oh, it's a little thick. Oh boy, Patrick. Okay, well that splotch was a little thick, but that's fine. Let's try a little more. I'm liking this. I just have to get better control of my brush, and that might happen when I do it off camera. But let me just keep going for a little bit. So I may need a smaller brush, but I don't think so. Oh boy. Alright, so that's looking okay. I just need to get a little bit better control of everything. Just do a little bit on the top of the hand. Actually, maybe on these knuckles here. Oh, I like that on the knuckles. Alright. A little bit on his thumb. And let's do a teensy bit on the top of his leg muscle. So on the top of his thigh. Alright, it's not too bad. Do a little more on the back of this muscle. Especially on the top. Side first. I'm liking that. I do have to have better control. It's a little bit thick. Let's see, it's like really thick, like right there on that bicep. But if I just keep going with this, I should be able to get this under control. I can touch this thumb there. Should be able to make this look quite nice, I think. Now let me do the back of his hand. All right, let's try a different one. I really like this guy over here. who has the giant pistol and the awesome bandana on his face. So let's see what we can do with him. Let's get a bunch more paint, plop it down on our, well, makeshift palette. I don't know if you can even call it a palette. The tip looks fine, maybe a teensy bit thick. That's a little better. Okay. So let's start with the nose. That's really easy to do on Gretchin because they have these giant pointy noses. Start 3/4 of the way in. Cool. All right, let's do the top over his eyes. And then the other eye. Oh, I like that. Let's do the cheekbones. And the other cheekbone. Cool. All right, top of the ears. I'll start 3/4 of the way in. Focus. In terms of highlights on the face, I really like how simple that is. I mean, it's just the top on the eye, on top of the eye, the brow, and then the two cheekbones, the ears, and the tip of the nose. I really like that highlight. Now, let's see if I can get my muscles to look a little bit better. Okay, so I see there's so I don't there. So in between this bicep and like the top of the bicep and the other side, there's a little bit of dark area right there, kind of pointing at it. So I'm going to try to get in between that. So I'll go on the side here a little bit, and then towards the top, where's the dark green? Ooh, I like this. And then I'll just come down the other side. Oh, I like that highlight a lot. So if I can keep doing that highlight where it kind of scoops around, let me see if I can do it here. So there's a little, there we go. So there's that little crevice that you can see there. So I'm going to try to paint around that little crevice. Doing a little V. I like that. And down here. Okay, let's do some of these other biceps. Or other muscles. Bulging muscles on tiny little Gretchin. With how big these muscles are, they should be strength 3. In the fly, I understand why they're not, but I'm just saying their muscles are insanely large for strength 2, toughness 2. Also these weapons, like look how big this pistol is and it's strength 3. How is that thing strength 3? Top of the thumb, let's get the back side of the hand. I'll get his index finger and the knuckles and the rest, like that. There. I'm liking this highlight. All right, so let's keep going on this. I'll go on this muscle here. Okay, so it's the underside of that. Top side of this. Forearm, whatever it's called. Okay, so just have to do a little bit more on the front. All right, so I grabbed another blotch of paint, leaving most of it on the towel. Oops. Okay, let's see what we can do. So, let's see if I can get his pecs. I feel like I'm objectifying this guy because I just keep talking about his muscles. I don't know if you can objectify a miniature. So I really like how clean that line is that I just did, which you can kind of see. I really like how clean that line is. It wasn't right on the edge. There's actually like a teensy bit of the other green showing through. I don't like that. So I need to get a little bit closer the next time I do this. Here's the tops of his knuckles. I think I'll leave the other peck undone just because there's no good way the light even gets in there. Okay, so I could do a little bit more on his back muscles here, the lower ones. The top ones already have highlights. I think I will do a small highlight just in the very bottom here, where you can actually get some sun or light, not sun, or not tan. I'm okay with this. All right, should I do a little dollop on the back of his head too? Very, very light one on the back of his head too. Ooh, I'm liking this. Cool. All right, let's just do one. Actually, let's do the orc. Oh boy, shaper? No, orc. Runturder, I think it's called. Runturder. There we go. Now, I don't think you've really seen me paint this guy yet. So this is what I have so far. Now his hand looks it looks to me like it's in like a glove, so that's why I haven't done his left hand. It's holding onto a squig there. I love all the muscles here on the side, but I didn't do a great job on the stomach. You can see like a little dark line. Like there's this little thing on his stomach. I wasn't sure what it was. Maybe like a bone tattoo or something. And then I kind of like let it go, like let this dark streak go all the way back. So I'm not super happy with this guy. Let me start with the face. We can go for the very top of the lip. Dab it on there wherever I see a slight raised area. Let's go for the very bottom of the chin. Those two little nubs. A little bit on the lip. Okay. Now it's hard to see, but a lot of this is all leather. So I'm just going to leave his eyes dark green. And I will be painting in the leather, which goes basically all the way up to the eye. So I'll leave that as is. The ears, let's get the very corners. Those are pretty easy. Come on, focus. All right, ears are pretty easy. So, well, I mean, based on this guy's head, the face was pretty easy, but it also doesn't look that good just because it's mostly like a leather cap showing. So I really need to make the highlights on his muscles work. So, cool. Let's start in the bottom here. Okay, I'm liking that. So I'm liking those two first strokes. Come on, there we go. Let's get the other side. As I'm doing these highlights now, I can see I did not do a great job with the initial layer. Not the initial, the layer of Warboss green. There's parts where it all fades together. That was too thick. Okay. That was too thick. Just a little too big of a bright blob there. I might have to go back and take that out later. Just replace it with a little bit of Warboss green. Cool. I'm liking this to start though. I could do the under muscles, but the light is never going to shine on them from this vantage point, so I'm just going to skip them. If somehow the light shone there, I would add a little more. A little bit on his back. Alright, these look like muscles that we should be painting. A little there. Alright, I gotta paint the top of his right arm. Trying to make sure that I wipe off most of the paint, and there's enough water, and the tip is pretty fine. A lot of hands there. Let's get the very edge of this. Yay, I did that one good. Alright, I'm liking that. You can see the green little triangle where I painted the outline of his muscle, which I like. And all right, so I mean, like these top muscles are really easy to see, and now I'm like looking at these like darker green blobs, and I'm not sure what's going on there with the model, like if it's something I should be painting or not. So I'm going to stall and paint the knuckles. All right, so painting his thumb, a little bit in the fingers here. Boy, I'm really not sure what to do here. I mean, I think I can highlight this. It's hard to tell what's going on, so I'm not sure what to paint. There's a little highlight, that's fine. Let me do a teensy little highlight. Cool. I guess I don't think I need to highlight the belly. Again, based on like the light source, I don't think the sun will really shine on the belly as much as we think it will. Come on, focus. Or don't. You know, people don't need to see things. There we go, focused. I don't think we need to worry about the belly. I mean, also from like top down, you can see that like the little bit on his arm muscles is doing a lot. So I'm actually happy with this guy. All right, well that's it for now. I'm going to paint the rest of these off camera, and then the skin of these guys should be done. Just to show you what we did here today. So this guy on the left has his highlights done, and the guy on the right has yet to have them done. So I actually really like that here. This is another guy that has them done. Here we go. They're sort of kind of in a similar pose. So the guy on the left, you can do it, camera. You can focus. Just look at my hand, camera. There we go. So the guy on the left has those highlights, and the guy on the right still needs to have them done. Wow, that is a big difference, and I really like it. So cannot wait to get this skin on these grots done, and then I can start doing some of their other colors. I am thinking about going for black with the pants, just because I don't really like the main color of black for my orc army, but on the pants, I think I'm okay with that. Just because it's like a minor detail, and I mostly want you looking at their faces anyways. So that's all it from me today, and see you guys later.